Virgin Voyages just announced Radiance, which sounds mysterious, slightly dramatic, and very on brand. If you want the Virgin Voyages updates without doing all the digging, welcome to Ship Happens. This is the VLVT.travel roundup of all things Virgin Voyages. This week, we've got a new sunrise wellness experience coming to Brilliant Lady, a fresh app update with the new Planner tab, a couple of itinerary changes affecting Bermuda and Alaska sailings, and the announcement of a new podcast-themed voyage called Stuff at Sea. First up, Virgin is introducing a new experience called Radiance on Brilliant Lady's West Coast sailings. It's a sunrise session that blends breathwork, stretching, and even a silent disco vibe, which honestly feels very on brand for Virgin. And the interesting part is that it's included in the fare. So this isn't just something you have to add on and pay for, it's something they're including. It looks like Virgin is really continuing to use Brilliant Lady to try out new experiences given the different destinations that she visits compared to the rest of the fleet. Next, Virgin has rolled out an app update with a new Planner tab. The goal seems to be making it easier to see schedules, port times, and onboard planning details all in one place, which could be genuinely helpful because sometimes when you're on board, it gets a bit messy. That said, some of the early reports from the app suggest it's maybe got a still bit of work to do with some glitches and things like that. But hopefully, this is a sign of where Virgin's heading with their technology, and we're going to see something better. I really do have faith that things are getting better and that the app problems of the past are definitely not as much as they were. There have also been a couple of itinerary changes worth knowing about. On one, Valiant Lady's New York sailing to Bermuda has reportedly been swapped with a stop at the Canadian port of St. John, New Brunswick. Pretty big for anyone wanting to go to Bermuda, but a reminder of what can happen when we're at the beholden of Mother Nature. In Alaska, Virgin is replacing the Tracy Arm Fjord and Endicott Arm with Andor's Glacier on select 2026 sailings due to some safety concerns. So if you're booked on either of these sailings, it's worth checking out what the changes might mean and making sure that you can change any external activities maybe that you have booked. But it is a reminder, things can change and will change. Our friends down in Australia and down under got a little bit more excited as Virgin announced that they were going to double down on Australia. But perhaps it was more of an announcement rather than the excitement that people were hoping for, that they were going to potentially announce a new ship going to the South Pacific. It seems to be more on the sales and marketing front, but perhaps in the future we might see our leadership back in Sydney Harbour, which would be great to see. And finally, Virgin has announced a new podcast-themed voyage for 2026 called Stuff at Sea, bringing the team from the podcast Stuff You Should Know for a themed sailing. This is probably more of a niche community update than a major fleet update, but it's really another sign that Virgin is leaning into those theme sailings and accessing audiences that maybe they haven't had access to before. So if you love the idea of a voyage with podcasts or a shared community, this might be something to keep an eye on with the theme sailing starting to become more common across the fleet. So that's everything for this week, and make sure you follow along so we can keep you updated when ship happens. Speak next week.